Samurai Team YTS here, and I'm going to talk about the Six Sam XYZ. The effect was just released. Two level 4 Six Samurai monsters. It's called Shadow of the Six Samurai Shien. And it all makes sense because the Kagemusha of the Blue Flame, released in the very first pack, Legend of Blue Eyes, says that Kagemusha serves as a double for the Lord of the Blue Flame, which is Shien. So, alright, this makes sense. I was worried that they were going to make it... I was worried they were going to call it the Legendary Six Samurai Shien, word for word, and then you could only pick one or the other. But you can still run, if you make a build that could do it, you could still run, you know, 3 of the rank 4 XCs and your Synchro Shien. So you can still run multiple of the XCs without worrying about the limited thing messing with that, because I know that messed with the Harpy Ladies 1, 2, 3. You can only have a total of 3 of any of them. So that's good. And why it's good, and a lot of people are saying it's bad, they were expecting a 6 Sam Dolka, is basically what you guys were expecting. In which case, go fuck yourself, go play Dino Rabbit. You wanna play Dolka? Go play Dolka. This is Six Samurai. Alright? Sure, there's some negation, but Shien... The mistake people make is thinking that Shien is the win condition. Shien is not the win condition, and neither is Gateway. Several Six Samurai decks have topped in Japan without using Gateway, and sure, they have Shien in the extra, but that doesn't always account for the wins. It's about the OTKs. It's about swarming the field and smashing their shit. It's not about negation. It's not all about negation. Alright? If you want to make it all about negation, stick in 3 Dark Bribes if the Shiens aren't working enough for you, and some My Body as a Shield. Okay, there's other cards that negate. Shien is not the win condition. It is not the win condition. Neither is Gateway. You don't need Gateway to win. You just happen to draw it, and it pops up a whole bunch of monsters, and then your opponent's like, oh well shit. Hopefully I draw into a Mirror Force. But anyway, so this XYZ is also good because it will replace rank 4s that weren't quite meeting our standards in a Six Samurai deck. Now, if you're thinking that you should still run Blade Armor Ninja and My Stroke and Utopia, especially Utopia, if you still think that you should run Utopia over this new Six Sam XYZ, you're stupid. Because you're missing out on some serious Bushido counter gain. Alright? You guys are thinking about pluses in terms of cards in hand, field, graveyard, whatever. I'm thinking in terms of Bushido counters. Alright? Extra Bushido counters. That's what it's about. Getting those Bushido counters on the field. Alright? So, basically, cards like 6-Strike Thunderblast and Shien's Castle of Mist are actually going to become playable because there's more options for summoning Six Samurai. You normal Zanji, special Kizan, go into the XYZ. That's 3 onto Shien's Castle of Mist, which minuses your opponent's monster's attack by 300. That's right off the bat. That's a first turn play. And if you get Shien out there too, well, then you can kind of sit there and be like, you mad, bro? Because now your Gores is too low. A whole bunch of your stuff is going to be too low with that Shien's Castle of Mist on the field. Plus the 6-Strike Thunderblast, which is very good to use because it lets you choose between destroying and bouncing. Alright? It has some duality play in there. You have options. Lots of options. So that way, it doesn't matter if they have... It doesn't matter what they have. If they have Light Pulsar, you bounce it. If they have Zen Mains, you bounce it. If they have something else, you destroy it. It's all about choosing what to do with that 6-Strike Thunderblast now. You're going to have the option to abuse Bushido counters, because now you have the level 2 tuner, plus the level 3, normal, effect monsters. So you can go for Shien. That'll give you a counter, or 2 counters if it's Gateway. You get so many more pluses now, and the deck is going to be so much more deadly, and people are still doubting it. No, Six Samurai is going to be deadly because of this XYZ. Raising it to 3,000 is also great. Any Six Samurai, it's a quick effect. They attack one of your Six Samurai, you can activate that Shadow Shien to raise an attack by 3,000, that's going to smash whatever they try to run into. That's like an Xyz's like instant honest almost. It's almost like an Xyz's honest. Almost. It's not quite the same, but you get my point. They attack, it'll get destroyed if you remove the Xyz material. Because it's a quick effect. And that gives you more fodder in the grave then to go for your double-edged sword too. Like, people want to talk crap on this Xyz, it's actually still good. If you were expecting Dolka, I'm sorry, but go play Rescue Rabbit or Evols. You want to play Dolka, go play Rescue Rabbit or Evols. That's as simple as it goes. It doesn't... This 6 Sam XYZ... And other people are butthurt because it's not rank 3. They wanted it to be rank 3, and sure, that would be neat. However, that would limit some of your great rank 4 plays. Because my stroke and Blade Armor are still good choices. However, Utopia is a bad choice for Samurai. Utopia is a bad choice for Samurai. I don't care what you say, I ran fine without Utopia. I almost was so close to destroying the hell out of Dino Rabbit. They had a Mirror Force, and I didn't have Shien. And sure, that's contradictory to Shien not being the win condition. He had other back rows too. It didn't matter. If it was Mirror Force or not, he still would have had game. Because he drew into so many back row with Max C. Max C is what really saved him, not the Mirror Force. If it wasn't for the Max C, I'd have had game. But yeah, this Xyz is still good. If you think it's not, you're a poop player and you don't know how to abuse Samurai's Bushido counters or any of the cards that abuse the Bushido counters. Alright? I'm not saying that you should main Shien's Daredevil. I'm not saying that. Before, if you wanted to run the Bushido counter build, you'd have to main 1 or 2 Shien's Daredevil, if you wanted to build the Bushido counter build. But now, you build the Bushido counter build without any Shien monsters, and it's still going to wreck face. If you're doubting the 6 Sam XYZ, you're about to get a big kick in the face. Better, a kick in the teeth. Alright? And this is coming from me. I've been playing 6 Samurai, going really hard at it for the past 6, 7, 8 months. Just about. 6 months. Just about. Okay? And 6 Samurai, it's already been kicking a lot of decks' asses. It's just been in the background and kind of being cheated out of the wins. Alright? For example, YCS Dallas. That 6 Samurai player very well would have made it top 4, maybe even beat the Dino Rabbit player if he wasn't beaten by a cheating ass fucking Mystic Piper player. Alright? And I got cheated by a Mystic Piper player at the Philly Regionals. Bullshit. You don't draw BLS every time you need it at the exact point before the turn before I'm about to game you. You do not draw BLS every game at that exact point, and then the only reason I beat you one time in the 3 games is because I had a solemn warning ready for your BLS. That does not happen. You cheated. You fucking asshat. And I hope that Mystic Piper player fucking watches this, because he's a fucking cheater. BLS right when he needs it, every game. I should have deck checked him, but that was only my 2nd regional since I quit for 3 years. Alright, and people try to say, oh Paul, you don't know what you're talking about. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes. However, there are a lot of times I know exactly what I'm talking about. You should also, if you play 6 Samurai, you should wait for Lavalval Chain. Chaos 6 Sams are going to be huge. Especially if they keep BLS around for one more meta, one more ban list. If Lavalval Chain comes out and BLS is still around, Chaos Sams is going to be a badass deck to run. Alright, 6 Sams has so many ways of being run. You can run Tour Guide Sams. Play Dojo, summon Tour Guide, get out another Tour Guide or Sengen or whatever. Xyz to Invoker. Get out Kizan with Invoker's effect. Then use the Dojo, get Shien Squire. You run 2 Shien Squire in that build because it's the Tour Guide build for 6 Sams. And it works. It has a lot of options and it top decks a lot better than most 6 Sam decks. Tour Guide Sams is good. Chaos Sams will be good if BLS stays, and this Xyz is going to rate more face than you can imagine, because one of the biggest problems Six Samurai has is getting over big monsters, and now that's no longer a problem. Alright, so thank you, have a nice day.